Hello there, and welcome to episode 18 of Equal Board, which might be very well the last episode of this season. In the end of the last episode, I was happily watching my pigtails grow and getting processed when all of a sudden I realized that the combat messages were too many. Now, what has happened was a tavern explosion down here. I am not quite sure if the entire problem is already gone. What I do know, 88 people are injured, 22 people around that are dead, and a lot of my soldiers are so too. So, what really happened at the end is pretty much not clear yet. What I do know, though, is that we got a really big problem at our hands because these people are all very, very hard and very, very badly injured. They're not only injured a little bit, they're injured massively. This is the very first time that something like that happened to me. And for today, well, I want to see how this catastrophe goes over now. I think most people now will die. In all honesty, I don't see much outcome between life and death for most of these. Our hospital is, well, not quite suited for the tasks at hand, to give you the best understatement of the year. And for some reason, we still have animals attacking us everywhere. And yeah, at least these animals are not that much of an issue. But yeah, I'll see now a mass dying of proportions that we even haven't seen yet. I'm really curious to see how many people will actually just recover from their injuries and how this will play out. It's the very first time for me that I am seeing a scenario like that. But the injured citizen count goes down again without me seeing the population count going down that much. Ah, well, we'll see about that. What I do know, though, is that we need to order a lot of sarcophagi. You know, um, going to order now just because it's very, very comfy. 100 limestone coffins. And we'll see how this will play out. I mean, currently I'm very, very surprised about the fact that because it seems as if the dying has stopped and people are just recovering. We'll see about that. 2 people went dead now, and we have a very, very high unhappiness quota. Well, let's see about that. It's just that I don't know where I will plant up all those coffins. It's the biggest issue at hand. All those dead folk need to be buried somewhere. I mean, it comes to mind to put these here. Tell you what, let's do this. Just realized how much I like the idea. So we're going to go and do something like this. And another thief has been spotted. But we're not in the mood of chasing them down. We got other problems at hand. Giant ilk. Boy, oh boy. There's not much left of the fenced skins, but enough to keep this place safe. I mean, it's quite tragic how much we have lost. Every single squadron has faced losses. Pretty rough. It's really, really rough. Alright. So we're going to bury the dead down here. I just realized that this is if we survive this, this will be totally badass. you see. Alright. So people start dying now. We have a lack of buckets. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a constant ba-doom noise, which is basically my dwarfs dying. Alright, but well. We gotta make this now happen. It's one of the saddest things that we ever had to do. And the worst thing is that we have constant attacks in the pasture because we haven't sealed it off yet. So this is probably one of the wildest scenarios that I've ever been in. I love it. This is Dwarf Fortress at its worst, and I'm massively enjoying myself. Yeah, well, the issue at hand is that my logistics are absolutely overstrained and overburdened with the situation, and there's not much we can do about that for the time being. The worst thing is that whenever we kill a flock of agitated animals, new ones will spawn after, so we see a ever-escalating situation here at hand. At the same time, my workers are all injured, so they don't have an easy time doing their stuff as well. So it's a pickle. You would call it like that, I guess. So let's place down the slab that I made. I mean, I really waited a long time to make that happen, didn't I? So 36 people still injured. So children being found dead, and still 7 people here are living La Vida Loca. I don't know how, I don't know why, but they do. Alright, that slab, top-notch priority. So, oh my gosh. That is bad news. Giant birds are always bad news. Especially since we're carrying our dead outside first. Luckily, there's the military right around the corner. Whew. That's a very, very unpleasant situation, to say the least. There's miasma now everywhere in the fort, because obviously we don't get the dead transported away quickly enough. But still, at the same time, during all this madness, a new artifact is being made. So probably we are not lost. Maybe this is just the dawn of a new time for this place. So if we survive, and well, we will survive. Obviously, I think the worst is already over. But maybe there's going to be more fallout. I will be adding in new policies. I will not stop accepting outside visitors, but I will do changes. It was a little bit naive of me to do things as I did things, but that is okay. That's what why we're here. So there we go. So the limestone coffins are coming in hot. Just like I wanted. So we're going to line this entire place just with coffins. That's a reminder of this horrible treason. I like the idea of that. Titians, get away, you inky ropes. I don't even want to know who you are anymore. We've had it with you. This is really, really an epic storyline emerging here. Yesterday, when this happened, I wasn't so sure if we are even able to bounce back from that. Today, seeing how low the actual casualty rate is now, I am way less concerned. Oddly enough. So we're going to lace this entire wall with coffins. And yeah, the giant cockatiels are now fighting. Of course they do. It's been clear they'd do that. But at least we can now bury the fallen. This is very, very important to me. The hospital is still heavily overburdened. Let's see if any of the doctors have deceased. Luckily not. I mean, we are only getting slowpoke progress here, but the injured citizens count is still high, but not unbearable. It seems even as if we are really surviving this whole nightmare. Alright, I don't know why we have empty coffins there. I just do know that we still need to carry out these all these dead. But at times like these, your logistics quickly are totally overburdened. In case you're wondering, I'm only making tomb zones on top of those which are already built up. Otherwise, they're going to glitch graphically. A limestone ring. Okay. So, what's going on that ring? Highest quality limestone cabochon, single cut aventurine, pig iron, or square cut aventurine. Menaces with spikes of aventurine, I really love that stuff, and rose gold. On the item is an image of Kikrost Vale Guilds, the dwarf and dwarves in Bloodstone. Kikrost is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf to the position of the king. Not a thief has been spotted. So we have an aventurine image of that, obviously, because aventurine is to kill for. And another baroness in the year 123. So, yeah. Ring about nobles, 4 nobles. Sadly, I don't have nobles. Too bad. Oh, shoot. This looks like there's wild critters in the pen again. Well, actually, no. Alright. Then obviously no. As it seems I have finally sealed off the entrance there. Ah, yeah, you see what's happening there? My fighters are just bashing their skulls in when they're going in. Ripping their wings off and doing all the nasty things to these burbs. Alright, the good news about all this mayhem, slaughter, and death, we're getting so much meat in that there's no problem of feeding people here. More visitors coming from abroad. We're not really happy to see these. Yeah, well, it is really some tough times now. There's an alert. I don't want to skip out alerts. As it stands, I have now still not enough tombs. I want to know what that alert is. Ah, yeah, right. It's just the theme. So we can place down more tomb zones. But that's been the last one. All the dead have been accounted for then. But I think I will just continue that now. I like the idea. It just feels like something that will be pretty epic one day. Yeah, there's now an endless supply of agitated animals here. After the cockatiel, this giant sparrow. After the giant sparrow, I don't know what. They seem to love birds here. But luckily my fighters are just outside and giving them hell whenever necessary. That's why I love to have my barracks so close to the surface. Just keeps things safe. So my fort is now in mass murder mode. Just as it should be. Petitions. No, we're not taking any monster hunters. Thank you. Not for the time being, that is. Alright. Drawing down some tomb zones wherever is necessary. And, well, we still have 30 injured citizens. Why is there a goblin trapper? I don't care. Just get rid of it. I don't want to see you here anymore. You and your kind have brought enough death and pain over my people. Maybe he was even one of my population. Don't know even anymore. If I have accepted a goblin into my populace, I won't do that anymore. So technically we should really add in more hospitaling place. Practically, I don't know how we're going to be supposed to do that. So in the spirit of this, probably we should get ourselves more hospital going one day. But yeah, one day, not today. All right. I didn't expect to survive this. What is that? Giant porcupine? I'm amazed about how much this place hates me. So yeah, the fenced skins and all my other squadrons are pretty thinned out. I'm not going to recruit new people here into the squadrons before we have cured everybody and got back into basic business again, because, you know, just realized that this one's missing a cabinet. I'm sort of traumatized here now. That was rough, and I was prepared to lose this fort, honestly. But even now, but now, even if these 30 injured people would die, I don't think that this would be enough to destroy this fort anymore. We'll see about that. I don't want to have any sense of forced security in right now, but, well... Oh, there's the extra cabinetti. Let's make more nice rooms. They save lives. If everything else goes down, if Eurist comes back home and sees finely crafted furniture and finely polished and engraved walls, life's not like berserking anymore. Oh, I forgot these two. Life's just like crying and being sad again, but not going outside and murdering everybody in a tantrum spiral. I think, speaking about murdering things, yeah, we are well on it here. Jeez. Even a flippin' giant mosquito. Yikes. Alright. So the worst part right now seems to be that the hospital is not getting along with the injured. So for the time being, I'm going to bring up emergency beds. It's the only solution that comes up as as something that I can do. So it's times of need, you see. All right. Oof. On the bright side, I was so sure that we're so dead, But not this winter, obviously. Let's see how many people will die until this is over. What I should definitely check is that we got ourselves some extra people as orderlies that feel more responsible than the others. Right. Wow. So I'm out of timber. The animals are agitated against my fort. We're slowly recovering from the injuries that the enemy have inflicted upon us. But, yeah. To my great and pleasant surprise, we're not dead yet. Let's see if more injured people are now going to find themselves a place in the hospital. Let's see how that'll go. I mean, now there's more room in here. But then again, there's already free beds here. It seems as if all the injured people are stockpiled on this place. Okay. Whoa, this looks not the least little bit barbaric now. Sheesh. So, just decided that probably we should add in a couple of extra doctors for the time being. Just to be sure. Alright, that's going to be very interesting. I have almost no experience with injuries on that level. Shields. Of all things, now shields. Alright. That's already enough. Let's make 3 shields then. And obviously, murder more trees. Yeah, the top side will be agitated and hateful forevermore, I think. There will be now an endless flock of agitated animals, and thus the year 255 dawns. I am somehow still alive and kicking. Even if these people all would die, there would be still quite a lot of dwarfs left to the party running. The big question that I'm asking myself is the low morale eventually going to kill us? Or are we now back on an upward trend? I just saw that one of the people here died. Diplomacy popped up for a sec. That is not a good sign. That means we are being... Somebody tries to rob this place. Exactly that. So, yeah. So this stockpile of injured people here, that's one of our problems. And we are being attacked? Seriously? Now? Of all things? Nah. They're just passing through. Alright. So yeah, the dog pile of injured people is being carried now into the hospital. So obviously I was doing a proper job here. Some people keep dying, but a lot of people don't. Well, I didn't expect it to survive this. Yet here we are. Alright. This gives our monument just the new gravity and meaning. But I'm still a little bit shell-shocked. In all honesty, I didn't expect to escalate things that quickly. But I also underestimated the robustness of these little guys here. I mean, if this would have been a RimWorld incident, yeah, good luck. We would have been so flippin' dead from here on. But in this situation, well, it seems as if stuff is going right. I mean, to some degree, I am very well aware of the fact that it might be that it's been my completely own fault that all this happened. Like, there's a high probability that there was never ever any treason or anything like that. Just too many people in a tavern where they then started punching each other, which results in people being pissed at each other, and then things spiral out of control. Things spiral out of control especially hard the moment a legendary fighter gets a random fist in his face and starts retaliating. Because the fist of a legendary fighter is really much more devastating. And then it can quickly escalate into something that we've seen, where people are not able to discern friend from foe anymore. I've seen things like these. I don't know if that's what happened. Probably not. I'm not down for research here. There we go. Let's do this memorial engraving thing right away. There we go. And that goes right into the plaza. Alright, I mean, obviously we have now a cultural thing going on. Number of injured people goes down strongly. Yeah. So, obviously the expansion of the hospital was a wise idea. Also, the extra doctors definitely did help. The butcher is going crazy these days, slaughtering all those giant animals that think that they can come here for a free meal or whatever these critters are thinking. Good. What's not so good is the fact that these giant animals are still molesting my people everywhere. It's the big problem about giant birds. They're very, very mobile. They, can even be found downstairs sometimes. It's the worst part about it. So... okay, I'm not even checking back with my... with my Forgotten Beast warnings anymore. Okay, so... new injured people are coming on up regularly these days, as we are permanently fighting the agitated animals that are currently abroad. I mean, at least they are easy to kill these days. But, yeah. It's a ruddy old mess. Oof. Yeah, my friends, we made it. We are not really past this entire incident, but I would dare say that we're past the worst. From 90 or something injured people to 13. From 140 to 115 population. I really expected much worse outcome. The amount of agitated creatures, though, outside here is reaching really critical points. So, my friends, thanks for watching. Drop me a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe, consider checking out the description box filled with plenty of links, and many thanks to all of you supporting the channel. Check it out down there, a couple of links if you want to join on in. I'd be very, very happy. See you all there, and obviously, equal board endures. See you there. Bye-bye.